Good Wednesday, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith with the daily video forecast discussion for this Wednesday, the 9th of April, 2014. Beautiful picture this morning of the surface map with lots of clear skies, sunshine, and temperatures rebounding from the upper 30s into the mid 40s across the region with a light northwest wind across the terminals this morning and absolutely gorgeous clear skies. And it's a beautiful picture on the water vapor and visible imagery as well. Here's the visible this morning with our cold front and jet access now well off into the ocean. Lots of clear skies, no clouds on the visible satellite imagery across the state of New Jersey, New York City, metropolitan area down to Philadelphia, the Delmarva either. Some clouds here across the Virginias, little shortwave max working its way through this region later this morning, but no precipitation with mostly sunny skies for our region, as we find a little bit of a plume of moisture here. Not much, though, in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere across the Virginias as the shortwave trough continues to work its way through under the mean trough axis now, which is moving off in the mid-Atlantic coast states. High pressure is in control. Here's some exiting precipitation here. Here's another little batch with that shortwave mentioned over the Virginias. But our area will remain dry today, and that's good because we need it. And the winds will continue a little gusty in the boundary layer this afternoon, but temperatures will respond either side of 60 degrees, and that's a good thing. Watches, warnings, and advisories for the ocean front. Small craft advisories from Montauk Point, from Sandy Hook, New Jersey, out to Montauk Point on the south shore and east ends of Long Island. These are for northwesterly winds becoming south at 10 to 20 knots, a little gustier this afternoon, turning south later tomorrow. And the sea is generally 5 to 9 feet, which makes the water there a little bit choppy. No advisories here for the New Jersey coastal waters down through the Delaware on the ocean fronts. Nice looking skies, VFR conditions out of Newark this morning. We have, pull this up here. Okay, Newark, no, that's Linden. Here's Newark, 48, dew point 35, wind northwest at 9, and the visibility better than 10 miles. A few clouds at 25,000, but that's not really overcast. Altimeter is 29.72 inches, a scattered high cirrus clouds from Jetmax moving offshore, and just some scattered clouds of the low 5,000 variety during this afternoon. Gusty northwest winds at 16 gusts to 23 knots. As winds die down with the loss of heating and sunshine during this evening, with generally VFR conditions, a few high clouds around at 25,000 feet again late tonight and tomorrow morning. Basically VFR conditions with the winds shifting or veering to the southwest at under 10 knots. Philadelphia, same kind of thing. Basically northwest wind at 12 knots, 47 degrees, looking good out there. Skies are overcast at about 20,000, but not a bad day. A few high clouds this afternoon, then some scattered clouds late this afternoon, this evening, overnight, and tomorrow morning. Visibility is better than 10 miles. The wind shifting around and dying down a bit too to the south and southwest tomorrow morning. Visibility is better than 10 miles and VFR conditions. And the NAMWR 4-kilometer simulated radar and cloud product from Penn State's eWall site shows a little bit of the high clouds around the region this morning, but that jet access moves offshore as the upper level trough swings off the coast, and then dry weather. Late tonight, later this afternoon, tonight, and tomorrow, right through early Friday. Could be some cumulus clouds around the region later this afternoon as a shortwave max comes through, basically dry to our south and east, and then clearing off tonight and tomorrow morning. Tomorrow looks like a beautiful day too. And temperatures today either side of 60, a little bit cooler right along the immediate coast tomorrow, but temperatures pretty uniform coast and inland today, either side of 60 degrees. Then a cold front begins to work its way towards the region on Friday morning, and this will spark off more clouds and then just a few scattered showers across the region, mainly to the north and east of New Jersey, New York City metro area. Clouds break for a little bit of sun parts of the region during Friday, so it's not a complete washout anywhere. There's about a 30% chance of precipitation. Then a wave develops on the front, and this wave down here through the Virginias brings the chances of rain Friday night into early Saturday morning. But the good news is that things clear out for the weekend with generally mild, above normal temperatures for this weekend upcoming. Upcoming pattern for the next 8 to 10 days from the 500 millibar means of the European, the GFS, and the Canadian here are basically showing a progressive configuration to the upper level wind and pressure gradients here across the globe, and the North Americas, particularly in the Pacific and the Atlantic, with more ridging here off of the coast of Nova Scotia into Europe, and also basically a pretty active subtropical jet stream And the CMC model showing a bit more of a trough. The main trough axis here will be across the northern plains down through the Great Lakes region. A little bit of a trough here, showing a little bit different version here on the GFS and a little bit stronger and further east, but still west of the Appalachian Mountains here for the next 8 to 10 days. What does this mean? It means that we're going to have undercutting systems from both the northern and the active subtropical jet stream, probably deepening troughs across the plains, active precipitation patterns across the southeast, then coming and cutting up through the Appalachian Mountains, and then eventually, as the troughs begin to stall out or become parallel to the flow, we'll have waves of periods of rain. So wet periods are coming up in this pattern, but certainly not above normal precipitation and certainly not below normal temperatures either. GFS maps into motion right now. Here's our high pressure over the region this morning, and that moves off, basically off the mid-Atlantic coast later tonight and tomorrow. Here's our ridge axis here across the upper plains, basically the Ohio River Valley, Tennessee and Mississippi River Valley. That will be cresting over the forecast region. Weak trough moving off the coast during this afternoon. Shortwave max precipitation just to the south and east of us, but no precipitation for the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metro area. Ridge access moves off the coast, and then we wait for warmer weather to come in. South to southwest flow of air builds temperatures back up tomorrow into the 60s, Friday into the 60s too. And it could be a little cooler right along the immediate south shore and east ends of Long Island. Also along the immediate coast, we'll have to watch for the sea breeze effect to get inland both Thursday and Friday afternoons. More likely on Thursday. Friday, we're finding the front to come through the region. That should bring a chance of showers in the morning on Friday, and then that scoots off to the north and east, so it breaks in some of the cloud cover. And then here's our wave stalled out on the front coming through on Friday night and Saturday morning. And then that looks out of here, then clearing skies, mild temperatures. Notice all the heights here are beginning to rise. These red lines here, these are our isobars, or our thickness lines actually. And this is an indication that the pattern will continue progressive but generally mild. And we wait for our next system to get organized here across the Great Lakes, with the southern branch getting active here across Texas. This brings the chance of precipitation back into the forecast, probably later Monday and Monday night as this trough really starts to deepen again. Notice where the trough axis is west of the Appalachian Mountains. This brings the precipitation shields up the Tennessee and Ohio River valleys, swings the trough axis off the coast, and then precipitation becomes parallel, and the wind flow pattern becomes parallel to the flow at the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. Everything slows up, and then just periods of rain develop around here later Tuesday night. But the pattern is still progressive across the western United States and the subtropical jet stream and polar jet stream as well. So we're not anticipating any of this to really hang around long. Then we get into clearing weather again, generally mild conditions, seasonable weather on Wednesday afternoon, and Thursday. And then we wait again for the next system to arrive across the Midwest late next week. So if you're not suffering from allergies, by all means get outside and enjoy this fine weather. We'll be back bright and early with the next video forecast discussion tomorrow on Thursday. For live feeds, Twitter, Facebook, and everything else, it's Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a great Thursday, or Wednesday actually.